Happy Monday. How are you guys doing today? Well, if you saw the title of this video, which I'm sure you did, I have had to start my day over many times. And today, have you ever heard that saying before? I say that on my vlog and on my Peterson's channel a lot about you can start your day over whenever you want. And, you know, I like to think that I have it together most of the time. I like to think that, you know, at least, even though it is 5:20 and I just went and got my coffee for the day. I did a review of this coffee step earlier. And so I was drinking this coffee and I was doing some stuff on the computer, and like just little stuff kept on needling me all day long, and I felt incomplete. I felt like something was off, and I was like, what is going on? Like, I can't figure it out. You know, it's just like every little thing today. It's just, do you ever have those days where it's like literally, like, you know the saying where you wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Like, I literally woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. I was facing the wrong side. Literally. I was facing the wrong side. I was over on my husband's side of the bed, and I woke up and I was just completely like, just out of sorts. Like, I didn't even really kind of know where I was when I woke up, you know? So anyway, everything since then has kind of like gone downhill, but it's no huge tragedies. Like, nothing horrible has happened today. It's just been one little small thing after another that is literally just like needled at me, you know? And, if you saw the title of this video, which I'm sure you did, starting your day over, you know, it's something that I say on my Peterson's channel and in my vlog a lot. It's a recovery saying that you can start your day over whenever you want. And I'm a big believer in that, you know, but sometimes that is easier said than done. And, you know, years ago, I don't know why I'm going to compare this. Hey, we're just talking. I just pulled into the parking lot. There's like a hair hanging off my face. Oh my God, today. My good Judy Tanya, she always says, if this is the worst thing that happens to me today, then I have a pretty good life. So if these things that I'm talking about are the worst things that happened to me today, then I have an amazing life, you know? But like, I even pulled in here to DSW into the parking lot, and this woman literally parked like right next to me, and I was like waiting for her. Like, she pulled in. I mean, I'm like way out in the parking lot, do you see? And she pulled in like right next to me, and I'm like, and she just sat there on her phone, and I was like, am I gonna really have to move so that I can film this video? Like, why did you pull in right next to me? What is going on with my day today? So, okay, years ago, there was this movement that came out, and it was called the It Gets Better Project. And I really liked it at first. It was designed by Dan Savage. I've talked about this before. And, you know, it was this idea where celebrities and people came out and they talked to, well, really to anybody, but it was really aimed at that time to LGBTQIA plus youth, right? In hopes that they would hang on, because if you just hang on, things are going to get better, right? But over time, one of the issues that I had with it was that we don't tell people like how things get better. We don't give them, you know, tools to use, and I don't know that I'm going to give you a whole lot today. I'm just going to tell you what I have done today. So, you know, for me, it was kind of like when I would see all these videos, I thought they were fantastic. You know, you'd see these, you know, major celebrities that had come out and were living their best lives, you know, with their partners, and they were living in these amazing houses and they had these amazing careers. But I thought to myself at that time, flashing back to Peter, who was 16 in high school, extremely effeminate, called names, bullied, verbally, emotionally, and physically bullied every single day. And if I had seen one of those videos, I don't know that it would have really done anything for me. I don't know that it would have really made me feel any different. And in fact, I think it probably, I would have had some animosity towards those celebrities. I would have kind of been like, well, you know, F you, that your life is so great. My life's not. And I don't ever see myself at a point where I can have what you have. Because I didn't, you know? So, flashback to parts of my life where every day I woke up and I was negative and just a Debbie Downer, or, you know, a sour Susan, so to speak, or a pitiful Peter, or whatever you want to call it. I just was negative every single day. And every single day that I woke up, it was like I focused on all of the horrible things that happened to me, right? I'm comparing this to the It Gets Better project. So, like with the It Gets Better project, I think that it's important that we let LGBTQIA youth know what ways that it gets better, you know, what things that they can do, and finding support systems, you know, and finding allies, and finding other people that they relate to, and sharing their stories, you know. It's like, I'm currently reading what's this book called? I want to make sure I get the title correct. The Sky Blues, and it's by Robbie Couch, and it's his debut novel, and it's fantastic. And it's a YA coming out story. Well, kind of. The kid's already out, and it's kind of like, if you ever read Becky Albertalli's Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, which they turned into the movie Love, Simon, which was a fantastic movie. You know, like I was talking to my vlog last night, like I saw myself a lot in that movie. And if when I came out, if when I was in high school, there had been books and movies and TV shows that I could see myself in, I think that you know, like I'll have friends of mine, typically recovery friends of mine, that will like text me, or they'll call me, or I'll see them at meetings, and they'll be like, oh, you know, like my son or daughter just recently came out, or they identify as this, and, you know, and they'll say, you know, do you have any suggestions? And I'll be like, there are so many great, I always ask them, do they like to read? And if they don't, there's like a lot of great movies out there. There's a lot of great TV shows. Like, you know, I think it was on Amazon Prime, they just did Love, Victor, which was the series sequel to Love, Simon, which was the movie that they based on Becky Albertalli's books. There's so many resources out there where people can see themselves now. And I think that's important. I think it's important for us to see ourselves. I couldn't see myself when I was growing up. I couldn't find myself anywhere, you know? And that was scary to me, because I felt all alone. I felt absolutely all alone. And what's so funny is, maybe not funny, but years later, I had people that came out in my same grade, but they came out later, and they would say to me, thank you for being out in high school, because you made the process for me easier. And I was like, I wasn't out in high school, okay? I wasn't. I had a girlfriend my senior year. Now, she did come out herself her freshman year in college, and then I came out that year. I mean, I came out right after I graduated from high school, but I wasn't out in high school, you know? So I think that it's important, if we're gonna say to somebody, here's the message, like, you know, when we talk about starting your day over, like this is the example that I'm using, right? Then we give examples. I didn't really know what this was gonna be about. I was just gonna talk about starting my day over, and now I'm sitting here talking about all of this from high school. It's whatever. It's just a little coffee talk that I'm doing today. Maybe I'll start doing coffee talks from now on, you know, every once in a while over here. But I was thinking about that today, because I was thinking about to just say to somebody, start your day over. Like, it really isn't, it's really a hard concept to just go, okay, I'm going to start my day over. Like, I was in a really horrible mood, and now I'm going to change it and be in a really good mood. So how do you do that, right? Okay, similarly, how do you tell somebody that it gets better? Like what, and you know, like with some of the examples, find yourself in other, you know, in books and movies, you know, normalize that for yourself so that you don't feel all alone. Find a support system, find allies, you know, those kinds of things. So anyway, that's why I brought all of that up, if that doesn't make sense. So anyway, I woke up today. Well, here's the backstory if you don't watch my vlog, my Peter Vlogs channel. Is that, it's been a long time now, probably 8 years, maybe 9 years. My husband, I asked him what he wanted for Christmas, and he said, because I was so negative, I was so just, I saw the glass not as half empty, but almost completely empty every single day. I just was such a pessimist, such a cynic about things every single day. And, I mean, if you said to me, you know, like, It's kind of funny just talking about the book title, but if you had said to me, because the sky is beautiful today, if you had said to me the sky's blue and it's pretty, I would say, well, we'll probably have rain tomorrow, or if somebody said, well, it's really nice outside, it's in the upper 60s, I'd be like, well, it's not in the 80s, every comment was just completely negative for me. And it was a part where I had no emotional sobriety in my life. I had no spiritual foundation. And I do think that days like today, when all these small things that go wrong, and I haven't really talked much about this over here, but I've talked about it on my other channel. I am not a religious person, but I'm a highly spiritual person. I do have a higher power that I choose to call God. I do believe that they're God moments for me as reminders of you have a really good life. Pull it together. Okay, stop complaining. You have a really good life. If these trivial things are really upsetting you, then you really need to take a look at the gratitude in your life. And I think that's what's happened is the last couple days, I have not been focusing on the gratitude in my life, So I woke up, it just was one thing after another today, Do you ever have those days? It just was one thing after another, Like, I didn't do this, and I didn't do that, and then I was filming my review channel, and in the middle of it, I was, like, moving this stuff across on the counter, but I had also, like, heated up water on the stove, and I have this, like, white bubble wrap envelope sitting in front of me, and I had just moved it over, like, while I was, like, trying to show the camera, and I'm like, what's that smell? And I had put it on the stove that was still on, and so this bubble wrapped envelope burns to the stove, okay? Then I knock all this stuff over to the ground. It just was like one thing after another, and I just was like, oh my God, do you ever have those days? I mean, where it's just like, you spill this, and that, and then this isn't fitting, and it's just like everything was going wrong today. And even like I got completely dressed to go outside, and I had on this like blue hoodie, and I walked outside and it's really warm, and I'm like, and I come back inside and I'm like, now I gotta put on a t-shirt, now I gotta put, and I'm so mad about everything, right? And I'm like, I'm so mad that I have to put on a t-shirt because it's so beautiful outside. So I stood there, okay, for a second in the kitchen, and I just kind of was like, well, when I first got, okay, hold on a second. When I first got up this morning, I woke up, and the dogs were being really playful in bed. And so, like, I almost kind of, like, fell out of the bed because of how I was positioned. And so I came back and I sat on the bed, and they were being really sweet. And I was like, okay, you need to start your day over. You haven't even started your day, and you need to start your day over. So, to me, starting my day over is looking at, the gratitude in my life and being happy and being like, okay, today is going to be a good day. I'm going to have a great day today. And this is me explaining to you how to start your day over, right? So, anyway, so I'm sitting there, and I go downstairs, and it just literally was one thing after another. I mean, I don't really have days like that, because I am so focused on the gratitude. So after I had to change the sweatshirt, I came inside, and I was sitting there in the kitchen, and I was like, I just kind of was like taking some deep breaths. And I was like, I'm going to go put on that colorful polo shirt that I wore the other day, because this shirt makes me so happy. And I'm gonna like get some really fun cup in the kitchen, which I found this sequined cup, Starbucks cup, and I put it on the counter, and then the sequin started to fall off, so I got the black cup instead. And I was like, I had this other hat on. There's a reason that I'm wearing this hat. I put the other hat on that I had just gotten that said shark, and it was like bright blue, and I was like, so I'm like, okay, I'm starting to feel better and stuff, And then it just was like, I tried to get out the door, and it was like one thing after another. And so finally I'm just like, just leave. Just go get your coffee, okay? If you get your coffee, your day will be complete, right? So I walk outside, and there's a box on my like lighter thing that we have out there. So I look at the box, and it says this hat shop place that I had ordered with the Gorin Brothers. And so I was like, I had ordered these 2 shark hats. They have a shark on them, and they say shark. And I had ordered 2 of them, and because those are gonna be like my summer hats. One's bright blue, and it's like this blue, One's this blue, and then one's that blue up there. So anyway, I was like, I don't remember ordering another hat. And so I go and I open the box in the kitchen, and I started laughing. I was like, okay, this is how, I know you guys are going to be like, Peter, there's no spirituality to this whatsoever, but I'm like, this is how my God works in my life, okay? Can I just show you this hat? It's a donkey and it says dumb on it. Okay, do you get it? Like dumb ASS. And that has been my day. Like everything that I have done today is all because of like, and I said in my vlog the other day, because so many people have brought it to my attention, they're like, Peter, stop like self-deprecation, stop talking down to yourself. And I said, okay, this is one of the things I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna stop talking down to myself. But like, it was all of these little stupid dumb things that I did today. And so I walked back in and I put this hat on and I was like, I just started laughing. I was like, you know what? Listen, some days are better than others, okay? And then my husband texted me and he was like, hey, do you want me to bring home anything for dinner? And I was like, you know, I got my literature group tonight with my girlfriends in recovery and my husband's coming home. It's a beautiful day outside. I love my dogs. I have a house, I have a roof over my head, you know, I have clean water to drink, I have clean air to breathe. You know what, I'm not 6 feet under, I'm alive today, and today is a good day to be alive. It's a good day to be sober, you know, and stuff's gonna happen. And that right there got me to the point where I was like, and now I can start my day over. And I've been driving around and I was listening to some music and I've been drinking my coffee, and you know, it's just been fantastic ever since then. So, that's how you start your day over. You know, sometimes it takes several tries. For me today, it took several tries to start my day over, you know? And I find what's funny about this is that give me the big tragedy moments, like somebody passing or somebody being sick or, you know, just something happening. Like, I'm pretty good at figuring that kind of stuff out. Like, when it comes to that, like, I'm pretty good today. I wouldn't say I always was, you know, I think, if you're in recovery, you'll know what I'm talking about. But like, for many of us in recovery, when somebody dies or something happens, we make that event all about us, you know? Which is why it's such a big deal to me to suit up and show up and be of service to somebody else. Because back in the day, like when my aunt passed away, if I had been drinking and using during that, it would have been all woe is me, like, you know, like, you have no idea, like, you know, whatever. And during that situation, I was given the privilege to show up and be there for my cousin, you know, in that moment, and my uncle. And on those big kind of things, I seem to be able to figure it out. It's the small days. It's the cups spilling over water on the floor, and you know what I mean, and like throwing a piece of paper away that I actually needed, and just ripping a pair of jeans. Yeah, that happens to me a lot. I rip jeans right in the crotch all the time, you know, because I've worn them and I've worn them and I've worn them, and then they like, and I think, oh, I can get one more wear out of it, and then I'm somewhere and literally they rip open and I'm like, oh my God, right? I think that those are the moments of being reminded that life is not perfect, you know? That I just actually talked about this. Where was I talking about this? In my review video, maybe? That I said that it's, you know, about being too much and about finding the imperfection and finding the perfection in the imperfection and being okay with that. So it's funny that earlier today, I mean, I was really ready just to like go back to bed and just say screw this day, you know, and now I'm having a really great day. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. And you know, last night it was funny because I said I was going to vlog every day for April, and yesterday I had the live stream for the True Crime Book Club that I run with my best friend. Well, not my best friend, that's my good Judy Tanya. Sorry, Mel, I love you, but my good Judy Mel. Well, I literally only have like 3 friends, so, you know, but anyway, Mel and I, we ran our book club yesterday, and then afterwards I decided I was just going to kind of relax and whatever, and so I didn't film any videos yesterday, and it was like 11:30 last night, and I was like, I said I was going to film a video every day for the month of April. So I didn't. Now I'm going to continue to try and be consistent this month. But maybe we'll try again in May. The video every day in May. But I'm going to still try to film every day over here. So come over and check it out and see. Anyway, I love you guys. And I hope you're having an amazing day. And you know what? If you're not, hey, you can start your day over whenever you want. Bye.